Here is the DRC president speaking. Let's listen in.
And military cooperation. This is where we must pay tribute to the 3 MOUs concluded between the Kingdom of Belgium and the Democratic Republic of Congo in the areas of cooperation for development, finance, and foreign affairs, to which we can add the food sector and the port sector. As we move forward, we must focus on new areas for exploration with regard to the many challenges that still await us. In addition to the actions I have just mentioned, I would also like to express how grateful I am to your country for some of the actions that have shown your real will to contribute to the development of the Democratic Republic of Congo. I'm speaking here of some projects supported by Belgium, which, through cooperative mechanisms, are financing, through the EU, electrification in Lubero, which is at the edge of the Virunga National Park in North Kivu. This will help local communities, and this rewards them for their work in conservation of flora and fauna in the area. To this project, we have also the project of Yankambi in Tyoko province, where we have scientists working on projects involving men and forests, and in the framework of which we have erected a tower, the first such tower to be erected in the equatorial African forest. And this tower will be used to promote the contribution of tropical forests to the mitigation of climate change effects. Beyond these sectors, in the context of cooperation for improving socio-economic conditions of the population, I am also delighted to announce the Kin Emploi initiative, which will be a real source of job creation for youth. And there have been positive contacts that have opened up again between Belgian and Congolese businessmen as we improve the business climate. This is also an opportunity for me to launch an appeal to Belgian companies interested by the Congolese market to materialize the exchanges that I have held with the different representatives of their corporations when I made a visit to Belgium. These advances are full of hope for the Democratic Republic of Congo and Belgium as well. It is therefore in the interest of both states that we follow through with this renewed cooperation while assuring that we have optimized the projects that will make it more concrete. We should also mention the good appreciation that my country and myself have for the different actions in the area of military training and in the considerable aid that we have received from Belgian partners in the context of the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. Your Majesty, I could not conclude this speech without mentioning the critical situation of people in the eastern part of my country, where victims of atrocities are now very often women, young girls, and children. There have been brave efforts carried out by our courageous armed forces who have paid often with their lives, fighting against the persistent insecurity that comes from armed forces acting in this part of our country. To show our solidarity and our compassion to the victims of these atrocities, I would suggest that we now observe a moment of silence. Thank you very much. Your Majesty, once more, I would like to welcome you and Queen Mathilde and all of your delegation and wish you an excellent visit in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Long live the Kingdom of Belgium. Long live the Democratic Republic of Congo. May God bless our friendship and our partnership between our countries and between our peoples. Thank you very much.
Très respectueusement, le protocole invite Sa Majesté le roi de Belgique.
We now invite the King of Belgium. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to greet you all. Mbote. We have had to put this visit off 3 times, and now we are finally able to be here today among you with an immense joy, which shows that you should never give up. Njambe alalakate. The Queen and myself are for the first time here on the soil of the Democratic Republic of Congo. We thank you deeply, Mr. President, for your invitation. We are so happy to discover your country, and we are delighted at your warm welcome. I would like to speak to all of the people of the DRC and let you know how much affection and friendship I and the country of Belgium feel for you. The men and women of this country are the heart of your nation. Faced with the difficult situation that presents itself before you, your dignity and courage lead us to respect you. We would like to pay tribute to the youth of your country and the children. The vast majority of the population, in fact, youth is very dynamic and creative and also draws on the wisdom of your elders. You are the future of your country. Congolese culture is rich in its diversity and its traditions inherited from its ancestral past. From this past, you can draw on the Congolese soul itself, bearing the marks of extraordinary vitality. Mr. President, 72 years ago, the Congo and Belgium turned an important page of their shared history. And since then, your country has taken its place on the international stage. Today, you would like to write a new chapter in our relations and turn towards the future, encouraged by your youthful population, which is seeking to express their talents and work. Let us write this new chapter together, without forgetting the past, but focusing fully on the future in order to share our memories with the younger generation so that they can understand our shared history but also live it in a peaceful manner. Belgium is sincerely interested in the future of Congo because we sincerely love the people and the country. In the past, our relationships were based on exploitation and domination. It was an unequal relationship. It was unjustified, unjustifiable. It was marked by paternalism, by discrimination, and by racism. It gave rise to certain humiliations and to violence. Now, during this, my first trip to the DRC, as I see the people of Congo and all those who today are still suffering from this past, I would like to reaffirm my deepest regrets for the wounds of the past. Sincere regrets that I expressed in the letter that I sent to you, Mr. President, 2 years ago now, for the 60th anniversary of your independence. Mr. President, you and me are too young to have known the Congo before independence. But for you and for me, the Belgian presence in Congo before 1960 has left a heritage that has defined today's borders of the country. And the preservation of the territorial integrity of Congo is a major preoccupation that we share. Even before independence, the future Prime Minister, Lumumba, was already talking about the importance of the unity of the Congolese nation. Today, instability in the east of the country, where there is too much inhumanity and violence and unpunished violence, remains a great concern for all of us. This situation cannot continue. It is our responsibility to remediate it, our responsibility, yours and mine. You can count on the support of Belgium within international organizations to support any initiatives for the stability and the development of the Great Lakes region, for a gradual reopening of our military cooperation with the same logic. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, beyond relationships between our two states, the two people have a very special friendship, have personal connections, rich and varied. And this will help us to work together today to build for the future tomorrow. I have met many Belgians of Congolese origin who participate fully in the Belgium's economic and cultural landscape, and we are grateful for their presence in our country. And we would not like to forget either your soldiers who fought beside our soldiers in different theaters of war during the two world wars. We have a duty of memory with regard to their sacrifice. As I pointed out this morning, when I awarded a decoration to the last veteran, last Congolese veteran of the Second World War. In the area of health and education, we are constantly working together. The discovery of the Ebola virus was thanks to a Congolese and a Belgian doctor, Dr. Muyembe and Dr. Piot. As the last African Union summit proclaimed, the EU and Africa are close because of geography and interdependent in today's globalized world. So it is in our interest to unite our forces to respond to the many challenges that we face together. This gives meaning to our true partnership on equal footing. There is a lot of creativity, I think, that will enable us to overcome these challenges. The Congolese and the Africans must be heard and must be understood with regard to all of the major challenges facing our world today. And in this regard, Mr. President, I would especially like, in this difficult moment for your country, to pay homage to your reports, your efforts to open up dialogue with your neighboring countries so that you can find together solutions to the problems in the region. In 1970, Roi Baudouin, the King Baudouin of Belgium, said that the Congo is at the heart of Africa and Belgium is at the heart of Europe, and we can no longer solve our problems alone. We must work together. In Europe and in Africa, we must develop our capacity to cooperate with lucidity and conviction. Over the decades, cooperation between our two countries has had its ups and downs. In recent years, we have lost some of its dynamism, and it is time now to blow new life into it. And this is why we're opening this new bilateral partnership, and the DRC will remain our most important partner in Africa. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, in the coming days, the Queen and myself will be fortunate enough to visit your country. We will be going to Lumumbashi and Mubukabu. And here we will be visiting many different projects brought forth by women and men from your very vibrant civil society. So many of the people of Congo are engaged fully and often anonymously in service to their community. Today, we would like to pay tribute to them. Also, we would like to pay tribute to the Nobel Peace Prize winner, Dr. Denis Mukwege, also winner of the King of Belgium Peace Prize. He has carried out his work against sexual violence with great determination. This trip is meant to show that Belgium will continue to support all initiatives that contribute to the well-being of your country and that offer the Congolese people good governance, prosperity, health, security, and justice. Our commitment to the DRC remains intact. We will support you firmly for the stabilization and the democratization of the country in the respect of human rights. Opportunities for the Democratic Republic of Congo are immense. Its advantages are numerous. Biodiversity, which is exceptional here. A primal forest, which is very important for carbon capture. Your mineral resources, a great river network, which can feed into what might become the greatest hydroelectric network in the world and help produce clean energy for all of the region. It is your energy, your dynamism, your work, which will transform these advantages into value for the Congo. It is with great confidence in the future that we so warmly wish you, Mr. President, and all of the people of Congo, which has so much to offer to the African continent and the world. We wish you all the best. Long live the Congo.
Ishi Congo, urafiki kati ya Belgique na Congo unadumu. Congo Nzinga, kipangi ya Belgique na Congo Nzinga. Butumbi, kuji Congo, Butumbi ku malanda pakachi pa Belgique, ne Congo. Vive le Congo, vive l'amitié.
Long live the Congo, long live friendship between Belgium and Congo.
Ça aura été un très grand discours. Aucun souverain belge n'a prononcé.